What's up guys, it's Spiderwolf for another JJKPhantomparade video. So today we're just going to go over the wish list for January 2026. Before we get started though, I really appreciate it because you could drop me a like, comment, subscribe, really hit me out trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the brand new year. You might as well. Anyways, let's get right into this. So, got 3 new characters and 3 new recollection bits. If we go into the game, we got these options here to make things quick and easy for you guys. If you guys want a quick and easy answer. If you don't have a good green TPS character, like if you don't pull for Toto, I guess you could go for Yuji. That's not a bad option. He's pretty good and he works really well with Green Toto from the anniversary. But Saki Rindo's also a really good utility character, especially for tower. So it kind of depends a little bit, but the easy answer is literally just between these two. Like if you want a really good green DPS that can work alongside Toto, Yuji's a pretty good option. But if you want a character that's has a bit more utility, and that can be used for tower, then you would go for Saki Rindo. For me, I don't have Saki Rindo, so I'm gonna go for her. I don't have this Nanami either, but this Nanami isn't as useful as Itadori and Saki Rindo here, so these would be the options I would personally recommend. As for recollection bits, these aren't really that great, to be honest. They're not really worth picking in my opinion. The only one's kind of worth, I think, is probably just this one because it has like target lock or taunt, which can be kind of useful in some pieces of content, but there's also a free recollection that gets you taunt as well, so I really want to go out of your way to pick this one specifically. Now if you already have all 3 characters, and then maybe you're missing a recollection bit, sure, go for missing recollection bit at that point. I think that'd be okay, but at that point also wouldn't be that bad if you want to get some dupes on like Yuji or Saki Rindo. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be picking Saki Rindo myself. Also, a quick little thing, if you guys are curious, if you guys in the future, are like wondering, oh, I don't have enough time to pick my character, I don't know who to pick. If you literally click the X, or if you click the outside over here on your screen, you can literally back out, and then it literally like you can select your wish list character recollection bit at a later time. That is an option. But I already know who I'm gonna pick, so I'm gonna pick Saki Rindo. Confirm. Good to go on that one. So that's very, very nice. I think she did also get some buffs recently as well, but yeah, let's also go to the JJKPhantomparade wiki just so we can look a little bit more details. For the tier list, right, Yuji is considered like a double S tier DPS character. He's really, really good. Not the best green DPS character, but he's a really good option for green DPS, right? Granted, Choso's really good. This new Gojo, or not new, but this old Gojo, the Awakened Gojo, he's really, really good, right? And then Green Toto, he's also really, really good. He definitely is in the same tier as this. So, like I said, Yuji's not a bad option. But Saki Rindo's also pretty good. Now, she's a double S tier for specialist, but, she has her own, like, unique capabilities, right? Like, for Yuji, if we go really quick for him, right? Basically, the quick and simple thing for Yuji is that he just does a lot of damage as a green DPS, especially once you get his SP potential unlocked. He does a lot more damage. He's really, really good basically as a green DPS character, and he gets access to zone status, which the yellow Yuji got. The one, the first zoned Yuji, which is the yellow one. So like if you go to damage, this yellow one over here, he was the first one that introduced this concept or this passive that basically all future Yujis now have, right? Like, and then they gave it back to this Yuji that didn't have it originally, but like the brand new red Yuji, he has it, right? And then this yellow one has it as well. So yeah, basically, like for Yuji, it's short and simple. He's like a really good green DPS character. Now for Saki Rindo, it's a little bit different, right? Because she's a specialist character. She's mainly used for tower, and then so she's not gonna really be a DPS character, but she's gonna have more gimmicks to kind of help you out with tower, right? So if we take a look at what she has here, so let's see. So at the start of each turn, if her HP is 35% or below, she increases her own physical and jutsu stat by 180 for 1 turn. That's really strong. So she could take a big damage buff right there. She's mixed damage like Nanami, and then she has let's see, SP potential is skill 2 here. So she deals melee combined damage of 280 physical and 200 jutsu to one enemy. She taunts enemy attacks to herself for 2 turns. She also gives herself 20% physical stat for 4 turns. Reduces her own damage received by 10% for 2 turns, which is decent. And then if her own HP is 35% or above, she sacrifices 10 HP, kind of like Toge. But I'm assuming that's to... I guess that's like a bit of a debuff for the skill, I'm assuming. Which is a little bit odd, but she can't die from that though, so I guess that's nice. Yeah, I don't know why she has that, but that kind of sucks. I think it would be a little bit better if they got rid of that, but I guess it's not that bad, right? Because at the same time, you know, this technically does help her get to this really good passive here, giving 180 physical and Jujutsu for one turn, for every turn. So I mean, you know, that's like, I guess that's kind of good for that, right? It kind of helps that passive out. Skill 3 here, basically just deal combined damage of 181 and 136 Jutsu to all enemies, so AoE damage here, and then lower her HP is, which skill 2 helps out with that a lot. The more damage is going to be up to 40%, so pretty good right there, and also fills up her own ultimate gauge. That's pretty nice. Her ultimate basically just does damage. It does 581 physical, and then 526 or 526 jutsu to one enemy, and then the lower her HP is, it'll be more damage basically, so just a damaging ult. For her auto skills here, she has a revival, so that's really good, so more survivability at the start of each turn. Increase own physical and jutsu stat by 17% with each attack received, up to 150% for both, I'm assuming, and then doubles the amount increased if receiving an attack while HP is 35% or below. If her own HP is 60% or below, she decreases her own damage received by 10% for one turn, and the lower her HP is, the more damage reduction she receives, so which goes up to 40% max. If her own HP is 35% or below, she decreases her own damage received by 50% for 3 turns. That's really good. And then when the character triggers revival status, she gets grant attacking nullification for one turn, and then only comes in after, you know, the revival status gets used up. So yeah, really good survivability here. Like, this character also has a pretty good damage output as well, but this character is literally like a tank, basically saying I can revive, I can taunt, does somewhat pretty good damage because she has some skills that actually increase her damage, which is pretty cool, and it plays into the whole gimmick of her trying to lose her HP, and she'll be more tanky, and also do a bit more damage basically. But yeah, that's basically like what her whole gimmick is, just being like a tank that can do a bit more damage, and then that's basically it, right? But yeah, she's overall a pretty good character, and like I said, recollection bits are not that great, you know, like they're basically A or lower tier, so I mean, like, not really worth it in my opinion. I guess this Maito one is a little bit higher up. It's not that bad. I also kind of forgot what it does, but I don't think it was too crazy. This one is considered a defensive one, so let's see. So whenever you do anything, you recover your own cursed energy by 10, recover your own HP by 30% on a 7-turn cooldown, a little bit high. And then at the start of each battle, increase own jutsu stat by 15%. Yeah, not really that crazy. I guess this is cool because it's at the start of battle, you get a permanent 15% jutsu stat, but I'm not like, okay, you know, I'd rather just get like the on my ultimate, you know, like 85% jutsu or physical stat, you know. But yeah, that's basically it. Anyways, hope this video helps you guys out. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You literally just go for Yuji or Sakurindo. I mean, if you guys are curious about Blue Nanami, like I said, I mean, he's fine. He's S tier. Like, I don't really think you need to go out of your way for Blue Nanami. Like, if you take a look at him, like, he's not too crazy. Just damage, increases his own stats a little bit, damage. He doesn't really have an SP buff at the moment, so for the time being, he's just kind of mid. But in the future, when he does get SP potential buffs, he could probably like jump up a couple tiers. But like, I guess you could pick him if you don't have a good blue DPS character. But like, I mean, Gojo's coming out soon. He's a really good blue DPS character. Yuta was out for a little while, but granted, some people may not have been around for that, right? So, I mean, I guess you could pick Nanami if you need a good blue DPS character, but I really wouldn't pick him personally. I'd just rather wait to pull a better character that's really good for blue. But yeah, that being said though, hope this helps you guys out, and I'll see y'all later. Peace and take care, everybody. Also, Happy New Year's.